Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. May the Force be with you. This is Young Jedi Adventures, the series, the animated series that just came out this past year. Oh, this year, 2023. I forgot how long I've been watching it. Yes, I have been watching it. I'm not finished with it yet because I'm taking the time to watch it with a bunch of toddlers. Yeah, some friends of mine have kids, and every week we watch half an episode before bed. And then us adults go and watch the other TV shows we watch together. We hang out every week. But every week we look forward to the Young Jedi Adventures. At least that's what we're watching now. Sometimes we watch Lower Decks, Star Trek Lower Decks with them because they like the spaceships. And they love Star Wars. And the two-year-old, actually calls anything Star Wars. They got raised in The Mandalorian. The two-year-old calls this the Grogu show, even though Grogu is nowhere in it, but Yoda is. So he sees Yoda. See, this is how generations work with Star Wars. All these different generations come flowing into Star Wars at different points, and everybody's experience is different from generation to generation. And it's great to see that this little guy, both these little guys, these brothers, are gonna grow up with The Mandalorian and Young Jedi Adventures as their entrance into the wider galaxy. They haven't seen the original films yet. They're too little, and even so, it probably wouldn't hold their attention for as long as, say, The Mandalorian, which, half the time runs only a half an hour long to 45 minutes. Ahsoka, I don't know if we're going to have them watch that or not, but, we jump around between a bunch of different things. That said, this is an animated series that takes place well before the sagas, the three trilogies. This takes place somewhere in the 900 years that Yoda was around. So it's in the High Republic era. Why did I just blank on that? It takes place in the High Republic era-ish. I don't know when, but Yoda and other Jedi are teaching young Padawans how to use the Force, and there's life lessons and how to make friends and share and think about others and work together and all these different things. We get Kai, Nubs, Liss. Those are the three Jedis, and they hang out with their friend Nash, who is also a very small girl with red hair with a robot buddy who is just literally the head of an astromech with arms and legs. And she flies her own ship. That seems dangerous to me. A lot of these kids fly speeders. I mean, I'm an adult, and since I first saw Return of the Jedi, I've always wanted to ride a speeder bike, but I'm also pretty sure I'd die. That'd be the last thing I'd ever do, especially if I'm riding around on Endor. There's a lot of trees, and there's no reason anybody should not die the moment they get on one of those things in Endor. Open desert? Sure. Absolutely. I will, at best, just fall off. But, no. So Nubs is like a blue teddy bear. He doesn't really speak English or basic or anything else. He's voiced by D. Bradley Baker, who is also the voice of the clones and so many other characters throughout not just Star Wars, but through so many different cartoons and animated series and everything else throughout Disney. So D. Bradley Baker, and not Disney as well. He does tons of other stuff as well. But yeah, he is Nubs, just making all those little noises. Liz is Juliet Donenfeld, and Kai is Jamal Avery Jr., who we thought was also the voice of Spin, like Miles Morales for the Spidey Adventures kind of thing, but I don't think he is. I don't think he is. No, he's like in Tots and stuff. He's Freddy in Tots, but no, he's not. It's a different guy. But you get a lot of different actors through this. But Taron Killen shows up. Huh. All right. Eric Bauza, which I think is the voice of Mickey Mouse, right? Yeah. Sometimes, or Donald. Oh, I'm totally messing this up. Cree Summer shows up, but there's a lot. Oh my gosh, Tig Notaro, really? Get out of here! been watching this for weeks. Did not realize that Tig Notaro plays Ace Callisto. Sorry, Ace Callisto. Yeah. So, if you're a Star Wars fan, yeah, you're going to want to watch this. But if you're a grown-up Star Wars fan, it's for kids. But you can still get enjoyment out of it. You get to see how they're expanding the universe in a childlike way. And if you have a kid of your own, or you know a kid like I do who enjoys Star Wars because mommy and daddy and their weird friend is also into Star Wars, well, you know what? This is a pretty cool way to get kids interested in it. Lightsabers and all sorts of other, using the Force. When the kids use the Force in the show, sometimes we get kids to help them out. Oh, we got them, because they always leave a little bit of time, even though they don't interact with the audience at all on screen like some cartoons do for that age. We're like, oh, gotta use the Force, and they use it for long enough that the kids can join in and take part, and maybe they move that rock or that tree limb or something, and they save the day along with the Jedi. So it's kind of a fun little adventure, and there's lots of action, there's lots of story, lots of new characters, lots of creatures you'll recognize from the Star Wars canon that make their way. The only character that I can recall that is part of the regular Star Wars is Yoda. If there is another, I cannot remember. It's not like, Ahsoka is going to show up because it's, not her time yet. John DiMaggio does a voice in this. Oh, that's cool. Bender from Futurama. And Peter Michael does Master Yoda. So yeah, you get a pretty great Nassim Pedrad, Master Zia, their trainer is Nassim Pedrad. She was on Saturday Night Live, and she's done a lot of animated voice work over the years as well. So this is Emma Berman plays Nash Durango. That's the little pilot, red-haired pilot girl who's over here. And so yeah, it's all good fun, and they have shorts as well, which did not get selected, but I'm sure we'll pick that up at some point, and I'll reiterate all this stuff to you again, but in a shorter version, which I'm sure this is already too long. So, there's a lot of people who are going to be like, we didn't need this. No, you didn't. You, Mr. 57-year-old guy, may not have needed this, but your kids or your grandkids can still have some fun with it. And then you don't have to worry about canon. You don't have to worry about how does this fit into the bigger galaxy. It's just fun. It's Star Wars. And it's teaching kids how to learn right from wrong, do right by others, putting others before yourself, follow the Jedi code when the Jedi were a little bit more pure and not corrupted by politics and wartime. So, yeah. It's you know what? I get a bigger kick out of it because I'm watching it with little ones who really appreciate it. So I suggest if you can, do that. And if you love Star Wars already, introduce a kid a little one, to watch this, and you might have a fan for life. That's a great thing. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 12. Man. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Come on. 12. Oh my gosh. We finally got a short. Oh, but they're so long. All right. This will be pretty easy. It's one of the many shorts that have come out of the Cars Toons milieu. It's another Mater story, one of his tall tales. In this case, it's Air Mater. I don't know if I've seen this one or not, but we'll find out. It doesn't really matter because it's probably 5 minutes long. It won't take much time. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about Air Mater on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that. Bye.